Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Marsh coming at you over the interwaves with another StarCraft 2 cast. This one sent in by members of the community. If you would like to have your games cast, then, take that replay you like so much. Take that replay where memes take place. Upload it to GG Tracker or something like that, and put that link in castit.reddit.com. That is castit.reddit.com, and a member of your community will get down to cast it for you over here in the bottom right corner of King Sejong Station. Very much proud member of the Zerg race, even going so far as to get a aggressive Hydralisk right there as his thing. It's Insomnia. His opponent, who doesn't like Zerg quite as much. It's Victor. Alright, so we've got Insomnia asking whether Victor likes memes, and Victor says, like, I'm not even going to, bother replying to that. Bugger that. No, wait, did he say GLHF? He did not say GLHF, so, oh, sorry. There you go. Alright. We've got nothing special on either side. Nobody's putting a proxy hatch in the opponent's natural, which would be fun to cast, to be honest. And we don't have 3 racks Reaper or like proxy Widow Mines. I suppose we do still have a SV. Ooh! Alright. Well, going for a fast 3 base. That is a little bit unusual. Cool. Is going to get that spawning pool, so by the time that Reaper gets into his base, he should have at least, a couple of Zerglings to distract him. Maybe a queen. Nah, it's not going to have a queen, but you should have that that Zergling count. Did Victor see that, by the way? Nope. You should have that Zergling count to distract that Reaper. Going for the queen first. No. Oh. Where are you going? Just making sure that there's nothing weird here. Well, your opponent is not a Protoss and your opponent is not a Terran, so he can't have actually put anything there. And there to meet him, there's no, there's not going to be any Zerglings. So this is Queen versus, there we go. Queen versus Reaper, and unfortunately this Reaper is going to be able to take down at least one drone before his opponent gets there. Does distract himself by getting that Spore Crawler and getting that Extractor. Should be able to make sure that this... Oh! Forces 3 of them. There we go. 4. Well, that's nice work. Let's see if we can stop this one. Get in some of those shots before the regeneration kicks in. Nope. The regeneration started and then stopped again. And it looks like Victor is going to be able to get on out of there. Oh, and he even... Alright, that's... I'm assuming that was a mistake. Sent a Marine all the way over there. So, alright. Still... Oh, and there goes a Reaper. Cool. So, early damage done. Not great for our Terran. We've got 3 queens. If we got 4 queens, we've got 4 queens, so we've got a good defense coming on here. Finally getting to get some gas, actually intentionally, because we did have those extractors being taken as a response to the drone harass. And we've got a 3rd base on. We're slightly supply blocked, but we're working on that as well. On the other hand, his opponent is going for that 3rd command center. Doesn't know that his opponent went for a 3rd base either, but he's just going to do that right here on top of the ramp, which is very open to stuff running in and just, biting at your SCV. Now, the distance between this means that, if he does lose an SCV, oh dear. Did see that with a mine, and good. Now we have scouting coming on in, but a little bit of derpage means that he doesn't see much more than that. Roach Warren's in response. Cool. So, what is Insomnia thinking right here? Well, he's seen that his opponent's getting a 3rd base. In response, he can choose to get a 4th if he so chooses. May want to just, drone this up first. Or he can try and punish this. Getting some extra gases, so we may just be building up for in response for a little bit of roach pressure, roach ravager possibly. Not getting a lair yet for that speed, I say, as he starts his lair. Or maybe choosing to go for a more, well, he uses lair for Mutalisk. I don't think so, but it's possible. This place for a bunker is interesting because there's actually parts of the wall I don't think you can actually shoot, especially if they're not Zergling but roaches and they end up standing here. There's just, this one will not actually be able to shoot anything. Alright, so we had a little bit of a drop there. It didn't go too well. Now we've got a whole bunch of Marines just sort of... Seriously, what was the thought here? Oh, is he going to get a drone? No, he's not going to get a drone. Alright, is he going to get a drone? Nope. Cool. So, 2 drones and 4 Zerglings versus a Medevac, a Reaper, 5 Marines, and a Widow Mine. That's Spore Crawler getting his / her money's worth. Cool. 50 workers to 45. On the other hand, what is Victor thinking? Well, Victor is thinking I'm going to build a 4th command center. Because I have a 3rd command center, but it's not yet in place, and I want to just have a 4th command center inside my base for when I do move that 3rd one out. Other than that, he's building bio. So we've got Stim almost done. We've got the first attack upgrade, and where did you just scan? You scanned here, and sees those lovely roaches with the roach skin. I like that roach skin, by the way. It's the first time I saw it, it's like, the hell did they change like the animation, or the drawing of the burrowing claws roaches? And I immediately went on to get a bunch of observers, only to find out that this was in fact a new skin. So read patch notes, people, and look at the pictures, because I had heard the patch notes discussed and I thought I was entirely fine, and then this happened and I got like, you know, weird response and proceeded to not to face an opponent who didn't have burrowing claws. Cool, so we've got a little bit of a moving out, and we've got Victor moving out over here, and this is not a bad position to have, especially if you can put a siege tank here, but Victor doesn't have any siege tanks in order to build anything, and we have a Nidus work coming into his main base. So let's see how he is. Does he know this is happening? He should. He's moving his roaches back into place. Oh, and he's got... Wait, who was that? Alright, anyway, he's going to... Wait, what, are you going to defend or are you going to attack? Or are you going to move command into Skin's army? That's not the best thing for you. Alright, Victor moving on back there, making the most of his stutter step. And Insomnia with his whole position at the top of the ramp, not being fantastically useful, as a couple of his roaches at the back there are just derping around. So that was not the best engagement for Insomnia. You came in there with a lot more roaches than his opponent did a bio, but just through positioning and derpage on this, positioning by Victor and derpage by Insomnia. Now this, and now we have a Nidus Worm right here and nothing streaming out of it. Where's that Nidus Worm anyway? Ah, there we go. Alright, so he's going to get into his opponent's base right now. And, alright, there you go. Take out that one FPV. Wait, there was a 4th command center there. You already knew that there. Alright, cool. Takes out the FPV building that, and now the remaining army of Victor comes in there. Alright, very good. It splits off 3 roaches to kill SCVs. Hoping that his opponent's not actually paying attention and loses interest. Oh, cancel that right there. And that should be the end of that. Cool, so we've got 6 SCVs to 6 drones being lost, 31 roaches versus 24 marines and a marauder. And I'd say Victor is well and truly back into this game. Now 2-2 is almost done for Insomnia, whereas Victor has only just now started. So there is a possibility of Insomnia to put this back. He's up in army supplies as well. Oh. get this spotter for that Nidus network, and you may want to just build something right here that doesn't happen again. 4th base to 4th base, and Victor doesn't believe in putting planetary fortresses there. Oh, here we go, a small group of bio coming down here, once again making use of a choke, but this time his opponent is prepared. He does have not just a larger number, but also artillery units, and that makes sure that Victor is driven off. Meantime, keeping a couple of queens there just to make sure that sneak attack doesn't happen. And Insomnia doesn't actually know about this base yet, so he may be feeling quite a bit more confident than he perhaps should be, thinking that that command center he cancelled right there. Oh, wow, guys. Alright, we're getting a couple of starports. What are we thinking? Liberators? Oh, fusion core? Yeah, I'm thinking Liberator upgrade. Alright. Our opponent starts to want to know what's going on. He got bloody hell. Pneumatized carapace. This is your daily pronunciation exercise. Repeat after me. It's pneumatized carapace. That P is silent. Just think back to whatever, you know, language lesson you took. If it was French, just think of it as that way instead of the last letter being ignored. It's the first letter. Alright, so Victor moving on down here, and let's see if he transforms this into an orbital command as well. Please scan that. Alright, cool. Knows where opponent is, knows that the opponent is only on roaches still. Oh. No, everything lives. Okay, that's good. No, it hasn't transformed it into anything. Now, Insomnia on his side is going to take this base and this base as well, matching his opponent's economic pensions for lots of bases, but Victor is getting 3-3 for his bio. He's getting a Liberator Advanced Ballistics, and he's got 5 bases, which is more than enough to fuel the production of a shit ton, which is the technical term, of Liberators. Also sees everything that's going on with those, with all these sensor towers, sees that his opponent is there, and he can just siege up in Liberation Zones, and nope. Insomnia is smart enough to go like, yeah, I don't like Liberation Zones. I don't deal well with Liberation Zones. Instead, he's going to engage them right here, and oh, there go the corrosive bowels, and nope, moves on out of there just like that. And oh, another siege up right there, and that means that Victor can slowly siege this forward, and oh, it looks like Insomnia is in a bit of a pickle because he is pretty much in there. Does have enough corrosive bowels to take out those Liberators. He takes 3 shots of a Liberator to take out take out a Liberator, and we're gonna corrosive bowl those 2 as well. That's 1 down, and no, he's got quite a bit of bio coming on in here, and part of it's only engaging the army, and the other half feels very confident in just starting shooting at that hatchery. And oh, now there really isn't much of anything left, and those Ravagers feel confident walking on into a giant field of death. So that's not great. He's got Ultralisk now. Does he have the... Yep, chitinous plating. It's again pronunciation. This is not chitness, this is chitinous. Don't ask me why. People just preferred it that way, I guess. And Ultralisks are great against these guys. They're do okay against these guys. They're pretty fucking terrible against these guys. And these, if they don't get fungled or damaged or whatever, snipes will actually 170 damage, ignores armor, and these guys only have 500. So you do that 3 times, you're just fine. We got a little bit of a run by over here, taking care of some of those ghosts, but gets cleaned up just fine. That was 2 ghosts for a whole bunch of roaches, so not a great investment. And Victor just sort of slowly choking out Insomnia, because he's now got his half of the map, So if we pull this in half, he's got this half, he's got this half, which is more than enough to continue producing all that bio and all those liberation zones. And Insomnia is dealing with it by getting more Ultralisk, which is not fantastic. At this point, it may be too late for him to switch to air, so I can understand that. Now he does have a Spire. Getting a couple of Corruptors. May want to consider... Oh dear. Going to donate this to the cause. Oh no, coming in from both sides, but that's not enough from the other side. Does move in with those Ultralisks, but those Ultralisks get turned into absolute Switch cheese in the Liberation Zones. Gets a couple of... Oh, yep, that's what goes to. Gets a couple of those Liberators, and that is great, but not enough, and they... Yeah, those Ultralisks get taken care of. That is a total of 5 Ultralisks now lost. And we've got Victor just sieging up here, and now this ramp is absolutely 100% Victor. Take out that Ultralisk Cavern. Oh, no. Yep, you want to... see, even with this right here, the Liberator is getting shot at by the Corruptors, but that doesn't matter because they don't do it fast enough, and the Liberator does live. Victor's in the natural base of Insomnia, and Insomnia, oh, how's he going to get back from this? Oh, great fumbles, great Ultralisk, and avionic mistakes by Victor seems like the way to go. I'm not sure if Victor is actually going to be making any of the horrible mistakes. Those Corruptors moving in once again, taking down those Liberators. And if the Liberators are taken down, maybe his ground army can come in here. And what kind of ground army does he have? Well, he has 3 Ultralisks who are going to get themselves choked up right through here. And that do very well against the leftover bio, but there's enough Liberators left here to make sure that none of the Ultralisks survive any such thing, and there you go. Insomnia says what I'm pretty sure is a foreign language version of GG, and well played. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. If you'd like to see more of me, subscribe.